Can't believe that we are over halfway through the season as we are now in week 10, and Thursday Night Football is bringing us an interesting matchup against the Carolina Panthers and the Chicago Bears for the Thursday Night Football matchup. Both these teams are not great. They are currently picking in the top 3 right now, but fortunate enough for the Bears and the Panthers trading up to get Bryce Young, who are not really utilizing their rookie quarterback. The Bears have 2 top 3 picks as of right now. It's probably going to change after this game because someone obviously will be winning this game, and Panthers will be moving to 2-7, or the Bears will be moving to 3-6, technically keeping their playoff hopes alive. So we'll have to go and see. But Ryan, I want to throw it over to you here first. It's just I feel bad for Kirk Herbstreit now. Michaels feel like they haven't had too many good Thursday Night Football games. I believe next week's game is actually really good. I'm pretty sure it's the Bengals versus Ravens, so that'll be a fun one to cover.
Yes,
this one here, what are your expectations overall for this game? What do you think has been some of the problems for both these teams so far this season?
One, the Bears are extremely injured, and I'm not sure if Justin Fields will be able to play in this game or not. Tyson Bagent has been starting for them the last, I think, 3 games. So you would think if Justin Fields was going to miss 4 games, that would have put him on IR. But we'll just have to see how it goes. And other than that, I mean, the biggest problem with the Panthers, in my opinion, is they just have a complete lack of explosive playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. Miles Sanders, I think, is probably their most explosive guy, and he's a every down back. He hasn't
really even playing that much. Him and Chuba Hubbard have been
splitting carries. Yeah. And so for me, Adam Thielen is their best receiver, and I don't think DJ Chark has quite been the free agent acquisition that they've expected, and so there's just not a whole lot of options for Bryce Young to really threaten defenses with. It actually kind of reminds me of the Patriots offense in a way, just a complete lack of talent. Now, their offense is probably still better than the Patriots, but they need a complete revamp, I think, of the offensive talent around Bryce Young before this offense is really going to see any success in Carolina. So for me, that's probably the biggest concern. Now, the Bears defense, I don't think is good enough to really take advantage of this.
Yeah.
I think both of these teams are last in or near the bottom of any defensive statistics.
Actually, so here, let me pull it up here. The Bears have given up the second most passing yards by 1 yard, or 1 yard short of the Philadelphia Eagles at 2,312 yards in the passing defense. The run defense, they're also not that they're not bad actually. They are actually about 6 overall.
That's a lot better than
running yards. That's probably because teams could pass all over them. So
they don't run it.
Pay with a grain of salt. Panthers, that's one of the things too that's interesting coming into the season. Panthers actually have a decent defense. Now that it seems like they might be without Bryant Burns, who's in the concussion protocol, but they actually have a top 10 passing defense overall when it comes to yards allowed. Let me pull this up here. Actually, top 5, allowing only 1,426 passing yards. Rushing yards, they are down there a little bit more, giving up about the 8th most rushing yards allowed. So, and I think that's going to be the thing that the Bears really utilize is they're actually not horrible at running the ball. Deontay Foreman has done a good job while Khalil Herbert's been out. They have a good running back by committee with him. Roshan Johnson's had a decent season so far. Then when Herbert comes back, which I believe he might be eligible actually this year, this week. If not next week, you just have to kind of see how his body is feeling. But the thing for me, and I agree with you, the Panthers don't have the explosive talent. Adam Thielen, just on the latter half of his career, potential Hall of Fame career. He's had a great career. But I think a lot of it now, I'm curious now we're starting to get to a point in Frank Reich's tenure. I know it's his first year, but you trade up to go get this rookie quarterback, and you're just and he's supposed to be an offensive-minded coach, and he is not providing any really inspiration whatsoever here. So I think that I agree with you. Maybe some of their free agency acquisitions were good for the time being, but now you don't have your first-round pick, so you can't really even go and capitalize and get Marvin Harrison Jr. to be like, hey, all right, like we got
exactly
the number one receiver in the class. So there'll be other really good receivers. This is going to be a great class. But the Panthers, I'm curious what's going to happen with Reich at the end of this year, if he's going to get some more opportunity, because they're just not playing really inspired football, it seems, in my opinion. So, but moving on to the Bears. Bears have been hurt. And honestly, then when it comes to Tyson Bagent, whether it be if Justin Fields comes back and they kind of want to keep seeing and evaluating him, seeing if he can be the guy for them in the future. But in the meantime, though, with Tyson Bagent, I've actually been impressed with Tyson Bagent. Yeah. He's made errors. He's definitely made rookie errors that you would expect an undrafted rookie to do. But he can sling it. He's got an arm. I think all things considered, considering the situation that he's in, I think he's playing fine. And I think that's going to be one of the things that comes down to it. It almost seems like the Bears, shockingly, I'm saying this, the Bears are almost playing more inspired or creative offensive football than the Panthers here. So,
yeah, definitely.
It's going to be interesting, I feel, to see what the overall matchups and game plan is for each team. But it being at Chicago, I think that DJ Moore alone is the most effective weapon on the field for both teams. So I think that that's going to be something. But the Panthers will have a good passing defense. So that'll be something that's interesting to go and watch. Before we get into predictions, if you have not already, hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel to get notified whenever there's new Tracy Take content. We do weekly prediction videos for all of the NFL games. So if you want to see that content, be sure to like, subscribe, and also leave a comment. Let us know who you think is going to win. Ryan, I want to throw it over to you here first. Who do you think is going to win this game?
I'm going to go with the Chicago Bears. 2 out of their last 3 wins have come on Thursday Night Football, and I just think that continues. Also, the Panthers are 0-4 on the road, and I just expect those trends to continue. Just because I think Chicago's the better team here. This is one of the very few occasions where I actually am pretty confident in saying that. But they've won their last 2 Thursday Night Football appearances. They usually do a pretty good job of moving the football and coming up with a game plan on a short week. So I like the Bears in this one. I think they're going to pull it out.
Yep. Okay. I like it. Yeah, I'm also going to go with Chicago here as well. I have a feeling that they're going to be able to run the ball decently effectively. Ever since Tevin Jenkins come back, this offensive line actually has been decently good. They fought hard against the Saints in the Superdome. And so, but it was kind of just some rookie errors. And I feel like they're going to take a lot less chances against this Carolina Panthers defense at throwing the ball, just because they are decently effective passing the ball, and trying to use Deontay Foreman, Roschon Johnson, Khalil Herbert if he does come off of IR. I think that they're going to use him, utilize the run game a lot, take some of the pressure off their rookie quarterback. So it'll be interesting to watch here. Also be interesting to see if Justin Fields does come back. I think that'd be a huge boost in Chicago's favor, obviously.
Yeah. If he comes back, I don't think this is actually a close game. I think it is pretty similar to the Commanders game, but then there's not that little fight at the end where the Commanders actually got to like 28 points or something like that. So yeah, we're both going with the Bears. So let's go ahead and wrap this video up here. If you guys have not already, please go ahead and like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below on who you think is going to come out ahead in this matchup. Is it going to be the Carolina Panthers? Is it going to be the Chicago Bears? And other than that, we will see you guys next time.